this one. Turn on. Hello there. So Shabbat Shalom. It's the 7th day. So I was just thinking of something. Oh yeah, I was reading a little in regards of the Torah, and I've been, thinking about the birthday issue when you talk to, or when you look at some of the sources in regards to satanic sources. That birthday is one of the, very valued days of Satanists, because it's all about me, in regards of a birthday. You have this one single day in a solar year, which is the pagan calendar, which is all about you, and you get gifts and so forth, and do all these, pagan traditions, and if you look into it and all that. So there's a lot of, it's the same thing with Christ Mass and or Yule, or all these Easter and all that. You take all the pagan stuff and you take it from different nations, and the traditions goes from one nation to another nation, and getting mixed together, all these weird things and all that, which don't have anything to do with the Bible and so forth. So anyway, that was weird. No, oh well. So anyway, I was reading the book of. Actually, I wonder which way it actually has turned the video. I'm still not sure which way I should actually turn it, because when you're actually looking at a mobile or from a mobile phone, it actually is, I think, better to have it on the other way instead of actually having it full screen this way. You actually have it in full screen the other way. So on the mobile anyway. So, and I think it's better the other way. I'm not sure what microphones are actually, when I'm recording in this, if it actually is recording from all microphones or what. I need to check that. That's the thing, you need to check all the things. Of course, it's not that important, but anyway, it's nice to know. So anyway, let's go to Genesis 6. Or 8, I think it's Genesis 6 or 8, where it talks about Moses. Here we have in regards of Noah. And Jehovah said, I will destroy man whom I have created. I was like, Bara. I'm not sure if that's, it seems to, it actually, there's two words in Hebrew where it can go interchangeably. So we have the word bara here. Let's see what it actually have in Genesis 1 something. I'm not sure. Let's see just one Genesis 1 and go down to the 6th day. Created he him. Let's see. Okay, it's still the word bara, but it's, I printed out where I took the one word and the other word and found places where you actually can see it's interchangeable in regards of bara or Asah. So, and God Asah the beast, or made the beast of the earth after his kind, and cattle and so forth. And here he, created bara, to create, shape, form, and so forth. But it seems like again that they can be interchangeable. So Elohim, that's probably plural. Elohim created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. And so forth. But anyway, I don't have it. But if you want to actually look into that, you just take the H. You take Bara and Asah in regards of the numbers. H6213. And you take the other number. I'm not sure I can actually do it in the mobile version. If I can actually search two numbers without... I think I can, but I'm not sure. There's so many things to learn, Where was the created? H1230. Just the thing is can I remember the numbers, because I haven't found where you can just, search by just pushing on it, sadly. Okay, 6213. Let's take that. H6213. Search. Now that's at least one of the numbers, right? And you get a lot of results, 2,286 results. Now, We want the other as well. So let's go back and see what that was. 12, 1, 2, 5, 4. H, 1, 2, and H stands for Hebrew, as I understand it. You know, you have Greek, that's the G. H, 1, 2, 5, 4. Okay, 12, 34. Okay, let's see if we can remember that. 12, H, 12, 34. 30, what is it, 34? No, 54? Uh-oh, I already forgot it. Okay, it was actually 1254. Okay, let's see. Yeah, 1254. Okay, I got it right. Great. And actually, it looks like it... did it only find... Oh, it only find the places where you can actually... where both are. Okay, I'm not sure how you could probably put something... some question mark in regards to search and all that. I can't remember that at the moment. There's so many things, and you know, you forget the things that you did before and all that when you're not using it and doing other things. And God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made. So that's at least the two words used together. But you can see other places where you actually can, where it seems it's actually interchange the Bara and Asah, where one place is used Bara for the same thing, or for one thing, and then another place it's used Asah, so for the same thing. So you see both words used sometimes, and I don't have an example, sadly. Again, you can print out, if you take these two words, put it in, I put it into, when I did it, I put it into eSword. Now, normally I don't, you know, I still use eSword, but it's not my main Bible program. But eSword, you can search on both words and it will find both words. And I didn't just print it 12 pages out or something like that. I went through it and saw that, yeah, you can actually find where it is interchangeable. It was because of an argument, something. So anyway, that I did it. But anyway, you can do that if you're... These, I'm not sure if there's, you know, there may be some variations in the two words still, but anyway, again, these are the generations of the heavens and the earth when they were created in the day that Jehovah God made the earth and the heavens. So here we have, they created, okay, and the earth when they were created. So the heavens and the earth were created in the day that Jehovah God made the earth and the heavens. So here we have, you know, that he created in the day that Jehovah God made the earth and the heavens. So both words are used here in the same sentence. Now, of course, in regards of Genesis 1, it would actually be interesting to see what word they actually used. And they used bara. So that's bara, okay. And you can see it's both Bara and Asah in regards to the search field here. But again, you can find other places again where it stands alone. And these are the generations of heavens and the earth when they were created in the day that Jehovah God made the earth and the heavens. Okay, we just read that. This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day that God created man, in the likeness of God made he him. So God created man, in the likeness of God made he him. So, but again, maybe there are some small variations and all that. I'm not sure if you can actually see it. It may actually be too small. Let's just, there we go. When they created in the day that Jehovah God made the earth and the heavens. This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day that God created man, in the likeness of God made he him. So that's Genesis 5. And Jehovah said, I will destroy man whom I have created. And that's what, Bara or Asah? That's Bara. From the face of the earth, both man and beast and the creeping thing. Again, I still need, because actually in regards of the both story of Noah, it actually talks about the creeping things also going on the ark. And there are some arguments in regards that Noah didn't need to have the insects on the boat. Because, you know, it seems there's a lot of creeping things. And if he needed to have them on the boat, it seems like there would be a lot of, you know. But I'm not sure how the word actually is to be... I need to get into the food laws. because I think the food laws also talk about what creeping things actually are in regards of unclean and clean things, and if creeping things are actually in regards of insects, well, it seems like that Noah actually would have taken the insects on board. Now again, just remember that we have a lot of variations of insects today and so forth. But and again, creeping things wouldn't probably be a worm, would it? A creeping thing would probably be something that creeps around, right? I don't know. It's something I need to study. Gliding things of sea animals, moving things of all animals. Not sure in regards of sea animals. That seems weird, because when God created things from the beginning, it yeah, something to study. That's the thing. The Torah is wonderful, and you also learn about many things in the Bible in regards of, for example, what is it called? Oh, I can't remember the word at the moment. It slips my mind. Come on, come on, come on. When you have, for example, 9/11 is a conspiracy. Yeah. So you actually have where they do conspiracies in the Bible. So you learn the definition of a conspiracy in regards of someone conspiring to do something, and so forth. When you see three skyscrapers exploding and only two skyscrapers actually being hit by planes. So two planes. So we have two planes and we have three skyscrapers falling down. Now, of course, some of the smaller buildings was also hit, or not hit, what do you call it, hurt and so forth. But the building 7 pretty much looks, it explodes like 6 or 7 hours afterwards. I was like, it wasn't actually hit by a building and it's just exploding. Anyway, and of course, they needed a false flag operation, to begin to do all these wars in the Middle East, which they're still continuing to do. And, it's just impossible to actually tell people that. And I've pretty much stopped following along. I still get some messages now. There's a lot of Syria things going on and all that. I don't know. I remember in regards to 9/11 and all that, and trying to talk to people about these things, and it's so hard. It's so hard. You have so many. Yeah, it's just sad. So war, going to war. Like Afghanistan, Iraq. Then they beat the drums for going to war again. Because Saddam Hussein had this. What do you call it? Weapons of mass destruction, which was never found. But they were so sure there was, weapons of mass destruction and all that, but they didn't find a single one. And if they had found anyone, probably it would have said made in the US or made in England. But anyway, so then they went to, Gaddafi, and destroyed his country. And then, of course, now they are in Syria destroying things. I'm not sure what has happened between all these things. Again, I didn't really follow along, and so you get a little tired of the world just wanting war, war, war. Boy, yeah, let's kill more people, more people, more people. Like we don't have suffering enough in this world. We don't need to actually make it ourselves for actually having, we have a nuclear plant exploding in Japan, which still have issues, and we don't really need to. Yeah, it's just insanity. This world is pretty much insane, Anyway. And let's see, we have another. And he said, behold, I make a covenant before all thy people. I will do marvels. Okay, I will do, what is that? Asah. I will, I'm not sure in regards of how they actually translate that. I will do marvels such as have not been done. And again, they use bara, and they use, so wouldn't it actually, I will make marvels such as have not been created in all the earth, or maybe the other way around. It's nice that they actually differentiate in regards of, for example, made and created and all that. Here we have made, that's 6213. So following that rule, it would actually, I will make marvels such as have not been created in all the earth. And apparently, again, that's one of the things that I have issues with the King James Version. When you have words in Hebrew that are actually the same thing and you actually translate it to other things, when you could actually have kept to one word. That doesn't make it easier. Oh, we have actually one word more. That I will make with thee, they have that I will do with thee, but let's see, the work of Jehovah, for it is a terrible thing that I will make with thee, or I will do with thee, I will make with thee. Maybe it's not about, it's something to look into to see what could one have done in regards of maybe making it more clear that we're actually talking about the same Hebrew word as other places, because that I will do with thee, that I will made with thee, that I will make with thee. I don't know. Again, something to look into if one is going to make a translation. Again, we want it to be as close to the Hebrew as possible in regards of not losing the understanding when we translate. You will lose information either way, but one thing is to just mess it up totally, and another thing is to actually try to keep it close to the text. Okay, that they may see and know and consider and understand together that the hand of Jehovah had done this, and the Holy One of Israel, the Holy One, that would be Jesus, right? Had created it. Oh, so it's Jesus creating it, seems, right? And the Holy One of Israel had created it, Bara. So here where they actually keep to create it, so that's nice. But I think the Holy One, that would be Jesus, the Kodesh, the set apart one of Israel, or Yisrael. Yisrael. And again, it's sad that the Strong Lights doesn't actually have the Nikuds. It would be nice then if the Nikuds was actually in it. Yisrael. And you have the two dots, El. So Yisrael. Meaning he will rule as God. I don't know, just different. A symbolic name of Jacob, also typical of his posterity. And there's something about Jacob fighting with God and this angel and so forth. Malak. Anyway, even everyone that is called by my name, for I have created, so we have Bara, created him for my glory. I have formed him, yea, I have made him. So he have created and made him. I think it's talking about Adam and man and so forth. Even everyone that is called by my name, for I have created him for my glory. I have formed him. I'm not sure. I don't know the context. The context could be another thing. That's the thing. You have to be aware of context. I will say to the north, give up, and to the south, keep not back. Bring my sons from far, and my daughters from the ends of the earth. Even everyone that is called by my name, for I have created him for my glory. I have formed him, yea, I have made him. Maybe it's talking about, in regards of a parable. Isaiah have some, Yeshayahu has different parables. Bring forth the blind people that have eyes, and the deaf that have ears. Let all the nations be gathered together, and let the people be assembled, who among them can declare this and show us former things. Let them bring forth their witnesses, that they may be justified, or let them hear and say, it is truth. Ye are my witnesses, saith Jehovah, and my servant, whom I have chosen, that ye may know and believe me and understand that I am. Oh, there we have the I am again, right? That I am being, I see, Panaim, face. That I am he, before me there is no, before his face, that's the face. Before his face, there is no God formed, or there was no God formed. I'm not sure, but here we have the singular form of God, so that's formed, neither shall there be after me. So there's no God formed, before him or after him. That I am he before, before the face. I am he before, the face, before the face of God. A different, I, even I, am Jehovah, and besides me there is no Savior. Now, as Jesus is our Savior, he has to be Jehovah, because besides Jehovah there is no Savior, okay? So if Jesus is our Savior, he has to be Jehovah. Anyway. I have declared and have saved, and I have showed when there was no strange God among you. Therefore ye are my witnesses, said Jehovah. Oh, in regards to strange, let's see. To be strange, to be a stranger. Okay. Like having sex with a strange, doing adultery with strange men and so forth. He uses some parables in regards to that. God among you, therefore ye are my witnesses, said Jehovah, that I am God. Is it the plural form or the singular? It's the singular. Yea, you can see it's the singular. You have ale. And actually, if you probably translate it like ale. Yeah, ale. Actually, I should do the wrong thing, but it's the... let's try again. Yeah, ale. Shortened form from 352. Let's see what it says. Ale. Oh, okay. Ale. Here you see apparently the little bigger form of it. Ail. Ail, something like that. Ail. I don't know. Okay. Thus said Jehovah, your Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Who would that be? Would it be Jesus? Who is the Redeemer? For your sake I have sent to Babylon, and I brought down all their nobles and the Chaldeans, whose cry is in the ships. I am Jehovah, your Holy One, the Creator of Israel, your King. Who's the King? Is Jesus the King? Oh yeah, Jesus is the King. So who was it that they executed on the tree? It was their king. Thus said Jehovah, which make it away. Actually, what is that word? Make it Natan, to give. Yeah, to give. That's more like give. That give it a way in the sea and a path. I see in the path, trodden with feet, pathway in the mighty waters. I was talking, well, would it be in regards of going out from Egypt? Anyway. Which bringing forth the chariot and horse, the army and the power. Actually, in regards of the waters being split and all that, it actually happens at least 3 times in the Bible. It happens in regards when they get out from Egypt. Then it happens again when they go into the land of Israel 40 years later. And then we have one of the prophets. Actually, I think it actually happens twice for the prophet. I'm not sure. But I think, it's Eliyahu, and then it's the other guy. I think they also, where... I'm not sure. I need to check up on that. But at least 3 times. It would maybe be 4 times then these things happen in regards to the water. And there may be more. But anyway. Even everyone that is called by my name, for I have created him for my glory. I have formed him, yea, I have made him. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. So let's see. I form the light and create. That's bara. Create bara. I make Asah, peace, shalom. Yeah, okay. And create Asah. No, create bara. Okay, create bara. Create. Okay, create that. Bara. Evil. Bad, evil. I, Jehovah, do all these things. Now, this is one of the things where Jews are saying, well, in regards of Satan and all that, it's, you can see it's Jehovah and all that. But you have to take it in context. In regards of when Israel did bad things and all that, God was letting bad things happen to the land of Israel. So, so they didn't got all the curses instead of all the blessings and so forth. So, but the question is who did, anyway, just, I don't see it. But anyway, that's one of the things they say, well, it's, there's no need for Satan and so forth. But the thing is, God can, hold back in regards of Satan. If we're doing his will and so forth, he can change the outcome because he is the God of all creation. So he can stop Satan from doing something because he is, still God. So he is still above Satan, you know. So he can change the path of Satan, you know. Anyway, I have made the earth and created man upon it, even my hands. That's my view on it. Anyway, there's a lot of weird this and that and so forth. I think it's pretty. We see Satan working in the book of Job. We see Satan. You see this, where you see sometimes when you read, and that's the thing, where people will. But sometimes you see different levels of the text where you read it and you can find one meaning on the surface, but there's a deeper meaning, and also sometimes the text goes into the other where it's just what is going on here, you know. And of course God is drawing it into the deeper things of what is actually going on in the background and so forth. So we get some, what do you call it, we see behind the veil in some sense sometimes, where we get some snippets. And anyway, so like for example, Jonah, when you read the story of Jonah, you see in the Hebrew it talks about Sheol, and Sheol is in regards of the realm that is found in the earth. Where Jesus was, he was in the earth, in the heart of the earth, 3 days and 3 nights. And we see that, Jonah is in the fish, but he's talking like he's actually found in Sheol. So you see this, where it goes, he's in the fish that is in the water, but he's talking like he's in Sheol, and we also see it, it's, I think it's wonderful, but people have a way of, just read the Bible, let the Spirit guide you, It may sometimes be hard to explain the things that you are getting from the Bible. It doesn't really, we do the best that we can, right? I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Jehovah, do all these things. I have made the earth and created man. So here we have made, the Asah, and Bara, man, upon it. Actually, I have made the earth. So he says he has actually made the earth. But if we go back to Genesis, let's go back to, there we go. If we go back to Genesis 1:1, it was the word bara, I think. Let's see, going back. So that's would be maybe one of the places. Genesis 1. Okay, in the beginning God created bara. Okay, he created what? The heavens and the earth. So God bara the heavens and the earth. But he also apparently Asah the earth. So again, you can see these these things in regards of I have made. So here he used the Asah. I have made the earth and created man. And I'm not sure if that was actually also bara that he used in First Genesis. Anyway, that's the thing when you have these translations. If you just read in Hebrew, you would not have those issues where you're trying to backtrack what is actually in the Hebrew text. If you just read it in the original language, right? Anyway, created man upon it. Even my hands have stretched out the heavens and all their host. So he has stretched out the heavens to stretch out, extend, spread out, and that's in regards of the universe, I think. Maybe it's also in regards. I've stretched out the heavens. So heavens, not only actually is it the universe, it's actually also the heavens in regards of, which was actually translated also as, I had a good one, I put it on Facebook, open space. Yeah, so he stretched out the open space, I think would probably be a good translation, maybe not, but open space, it actually, instead of a firmament or whatever, open space, he stretched out the firmament, he stretched out the open space, as, heavens are in some sense open space, right? And stretch out the heavens, which are the firmaments, open space, and all their host have I commanded. All their host, that would probably be I'm not, but that would probably be the sun, moon, and stars. The sun, the moon, and he creates the moon and the stars to be in the night and the sun to be in the day, to rule the day anyway. For thus said Jehovah that created, was the Asah, the Bara, okay, Bara, the heavens, so that's the heavens, plural, is it, and actually the plural form of God here, so the gods himself that formed the earth. Again, I'm not sure if you could actually translate that as plural form, but it is the plural form in Hebrew, the plural form of God. And you have the singular of God and you have the plural form of God. And again, shouldn't we actually differentiate in regards to our translation? And normally we don't. If it talks about false gods, usually they translate as, gods. But why doesn't they actually translate? I don't know. I need to learn more Hebrew. The heavens, the gods himself that formed the earth. Maybe it's because of, maybe this is singular in regards of the Hebrew. Maybe this is singular and then you have a plural word and then it doesn't make sense. I'm not sure. Because how can the gods be singular? But maybe that's actually not that, because they are echad, right? The Son and the Father is echad. So if the Father and Son is echad and they're both God, Father is God, Son is God. We have gods, right? So the gods, himself that formed the earth, they're two, but there's still one. You get into, and of course there's, okay, so God himself that formed the earth. How he formed it, to form, fashion, frame. Okay, formed it, the earth, and made it. So he Asah it, he had established it, he created it. So again, we have made and created seems to again be, and he created it not in vain, he formed it. And we have formed again, Yasha is the same, Yasha formed the earth and made it. He has established it, he created it not in vain, he formed it to be inhabited. To have things dwelling in it. Let's see, inhabited, to dwell, remain, sit, abide, to sit down, to remain, to dwell, to abode. Okay. Anyway, I am Jehovah, and there is none else. There's no else. Oh, new and more. I have not spoken in secret in dark place of the earth. I have not unto the seed of Jacob. Seek ye me in vain. I, Jehovah, speak righteousness. I declare things that are right. So God declares the things that are right. Like, for example, don't do abortion because abortion is murder. Don't whore outside marriage. Don't commit adultery. Don't steal. And so I have not spoken secret in dark place of the earth. I said not unto the seed of Jacob, seek ye in me unto the seed of Jacob, seek ye me in vain. I, Jehovah, speak righteousness. I declare things that are right. Anyway, for lo, he that formeth the mountains, who forms the mountains, that's hill, mountain, hill, country, mount, and created the wind. So he created the ruach. Apparently, the wind, the created. Bara, the wind, the ruach, and declared unto, and that's the thing, you have wind and you have spirit in regards to ruach. So, the ruach of God hovered over the waters, in the beginning. And and declared unto man what is his thought. That maketh the morning darkness, the morning and the darkness, maybe. I'm not sure if that seems to be missing, the morning and the darkness, and treaded, so that he make it, and treaded upon the high places of the earth. Treaded is walking, to tread, march, to walk in the high places of the earth. That would be like the mountains, something like that. The Jehovah, the God of hosts, the God of Zebah, and at which go forth army war. I think the Israelites are actually called the host, is his name. So Jehovah. Anyway, I think we actually got off topic. I didn't want to talk about that. I was talking about birthdays, right? That was the thing. So going back to the birthday thing, let's see if we can actually. Yep. And we were talking about the animals. There's there's still so much to study and research and so forth, and understand and go back forward and be instructed anyway. So here we have take thou unto thee of all food that is eaten, and thou shalt gather it to thee. Food that would be maha meat, food, fruit, meat. So he's taking food. Let's see if we should take it from the beginning. And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, or very good looking, I think, good, pleasant, and agreeable. And that's some, in regards of what happened at that point, there's different views on that. Some believe the sons of God are actually angels. It could be, I don't know, but it seems like the sons of God is also used in the book of Job as angels, in heaven. And we have stories outside the Bible also talking about these things. So, and Josephus, I think, is also talking about it, actually agreeing with it. So he seems to actually agree in the understanding, and he's like 2,000 years back. So shouldn't he know in regards of what it actually was? Anyway, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair. They took them wives of all which they chose. But again, I don't know. It's some say it's the sons of Shem. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I don't know. It's a difficult line, I think. Very difficult for us to actually. It seems like there's it could be, it's just anyway. And Jehovah said, "My spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years." Now, how in regards to those 120 years, I don't know. But we're not even living 100 years in our days, it seems. So, it could be some other 120 years in regards of I don't know. Like for example, you have 49 days. You're counting to I don't know. It's 49 times 120 or whatever, or 50. I don't know. Anyway, there were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them. The same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. So, yeah, some say that these, sons of God, are angels, and again, then you have these. Is that Gibor maybe? No, it's Nephilim. Okay, Nephil. Giants, Nephil, the fallen ones. I don't know. It's a bully, a tyrant, a giant. Yeah, I don't know. Again, we have stories about these things. I think also in the book of Jubilee. Again, it's outside sources. Just be careful. But for example, the book of Enoch and the book of Jubilee talks about some of these things. But just be careful, because there's absolutely weird issues in these kinds of books. But it's not to say that couldn't be some truth in what they, if you want to deceive someone, you are usually mixing truth with lies. So anyway. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them. The same became mighty men. It's like Gibor. Yeah, Gibor, mighty man. And that's the thing, in Isaiah, it talks about, God being a mighty man, a Gibor, which is translated as, here it's actually the plural form, a mighty man. But Gibor can then also be translated, it seems, to a mighty man in singular form. So again, you have different words where it's singular or plural and so forth. But so God seems to be a mighty man, or can be translated as mighty man in regards of Isaiah, where it talks about, wonderful and father and so forth, and the Gibor, which were of old men of renown. So in the old, they were men of name, so it seems like in the old, we may have some, what do you call it, myth about these things, if they were the ones that was, known of name, stories about these men and all that. I think it's Josephus talking about that the Greek stories are, has some truth in it in regards of what was going on, but they still have some issues. But he's talking about in regards to the Greek stories that they have these myths that there actually is some truth to it. It seems if you read Josephus, so he seems to actually there was something. Is it that Josephus or someone else that is actually talking about? I think it's Josephus. I may be wrong in regards of talking about. Well, we all we have this skeleton or skeletons, big skeletons to show these giants, that there was actually giants around also after the flood. Apparently, how that works, I'm not sure. I don't know. Again, it's a very, very, very touchy subject because you are easily led astray into a lot of other things. So again, the book of Enoch, for example, if it has information in regards of these fallen ones that it talks about, it talks about parables, but if you actually begin to unlock some of the parables, it seems there was three different kinds of these Nephilims, it seems, that uses animals as parables, and unclean animals and clean animals and so forth. So of course you need to know a little to actually also, and then you can see the parables of the different people if you know the story of the Bible. But again, that's not to say that everything is if some of it is true, it may be, but there absolutely seems to also be things that are wrong. For example, then you have the calendar in the book of Enoch. You have a lot of things that is just unsettling in the book of Enoch. But again, is that to say that everything is wrong in the book of Enoch? Some say it's a collection from 5 different manuscript things that was collected together. So, some of it could be wrong and some of it could maybe, be true, or what they believed in regards to what happened before in regards to the parable, for example. I don't know. It's a very, very touchy subject because you can, as I said, you can easily be led into falsehood. Wrong calendar, the book of Jubilee and the book of Enoch has a false calendar according to, if you follow the calendar of the Torah, and you look in the book of Jubilee and the book of Enoch, you have a problem because it's 2 different calendars. It's like, I think it's the book of Jubilee and the book of Enoch has like 364 days in a year. But if you look in the Bible, I don't know, that doesn't fit. God has his own calendar. He's putting forth the things in the Torah and all that. So again, it's just there's some issues there. We have a lot of issues, absolutely, but something I think we can be certain of. Something like, for example, pigs are unclean. For example, that's pretty much written in we are pretty certain that pigs are unclean. We have so much history where Jews are being killed for this, and most likely also a lot of Christians that are trying to follow the same rules are being murdered because of this, like keeping the Sabbath as well. Oh boy, that's so horrible to keep the commandments of God. Apparently the world thinks that anyway. And the feast days of God and all that. So in regards of unclean animals, that pigs are unclean animals, that is pretty sure, I think, both from history and from what we have in the Bible, there's not an uncertainty about this. as there may be on other things in regards of ducks, for example. Some believe ducks are clean animals, some believe they're not clean animals, you know. That's more like a gray area in regards of is a duck clean or not clean. I don't think there should be a reason for it to, in some sense, be unclean. But again, it's just a gray area. Some believe a dog is unclean, apparently, and some believe it's clean. I'm not sure if it was because of the feet or whatever, you know. But anyway, so some things we are in the gray area, but other things we absolutely know that this is actually talked as an unclean animal. In regards of shrimps and clams and lobsters, we absolutely know from the Bible that these things are unclean. We shouldn't eat them, you know. There's no question, because they don't have, you know, scales and fins and that they should have, you know, if according to the Bible. And if they don't have fins and scales, we are not to eat them. And they don't have that, so don't eat them. Yeah. So it's just some things we can be pretty certain of, and some things are maybe in the gray area. But why not just do those things that we actually know? You know, try to take it one step at a time. You know, if we can be certain that we shouldn't eat swine flesh, well, just stop eating swine flesh. Buy cows, buy lamb, buy whatever else you have there, you know. And you know, chickens are clean. And again, I think dogs are clean as well. But again, just know that there are some gray areas that where people are, you know, yeah. So there were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them. The same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown. So the mighty men is like Gibor. So they became mighty men, and apparently they were like Nephilim. And I think there's also Nephilim after the flood in regards to the Hebrew word Nephil or Nephilim. I have to check that. The question, of course, where did these Nephilim came from after the flood and all that, if they were still there. Maybe there was, I don't know. There's different ideas out there, but one could, of course, search in regards to Nephil. In regards, let's see, H50, let's see, H50. But of course, in regards of reach, was that wrong? That was wrong. What was it? 53.3. 03. But of course, in regards of when we have this evolution theory and all that, that doesn't help. When we have this satanic agenda in regards of evolution, that keeps evidence away from the public, because evolution, you know, that's their faith system, and no one will. They have to defend that, because, you know, if it's not done by evolution, pagan satanic evolution, oh, maybe there's a creator and maybe there's some rules and so forth. Anyway, now it seems like it actually only is in Genesis and Numbers, and there we saw the giants, the son of Anak, which came of the giants. Oh, the Nephil. Oh, actually, and we were in our side as grasshoppers, and so we were on their side. So actually, that's Numbers. So that would be after the flood. There we saw the giants, the sons of Anak. So the sons of Anak apparently is Nephilim. And then, of course, I think we have a guy that also did some research in regards of, but he's in regards of a big promoter of flat Earth and all that, and I don't agree with that. But anyway, I think it's this flat Earth thing is just taking away from the real issue in regards of evolution and creation, you know. And we have so much focus on if the Earth is flat or not and so forth, instead of actually just tearing down where we actually have an issue, and we have an issue in regards of evolution. I don't think the Earth is flat. I don't think the Bible says it's flat. But anyway, and in regards of what the Jews believed as well, it doesn't seem like they actually believed. You know, it doesn't seem they believed that the Earth was flat. There's this interview with a Jew in a Jewish school, and they're talking about this, flat Earth, round Earth, and all that, and this Jew are saying, well, we already knew the Earth was round before before the other nations, or the other nations were saying it was flat and so forth. Anyway, there we saw the giants, the Nephil, the sons of Anak, which come of the giants, and we were in our own sight as grasshoppers. So we were in their sight. So small grasshoppers. I don't know. It would be nice to actually read what Josephus talks about in regards of these things, because if Josephus is actually agreeing that this is actually true, well, the question is, we probably should take his witness as I think there was something about him talking about this thing. So, and we probably also have other sources. I've heard that that a lot of historical sources are actually just discounted by historians, because they don't want to look at these things, because they just, it's something that is just they don't look at in some sense. There was this guy writing this book in regards of following the Bible in regards to the different names, in regards to the nations being divided and all that, and trying to follow up on these sources that normally are not looked at, and trying to follow all those people. And it's a book I still need to at some point look at. But it would be interesting to know where you can actually find a lot of information where the different societies also still believe that they, going back to Shem, for example, I found some different places in the Middle East where they still believe that, going back to Shem and so forth. And that, of course, would actually, in some sense, be correct if they're actually Semites. If they're Semites, they would, most likely go back to Shem. That's where the name, that's where you get the word Semite, as I understand it. Shem, Semite. So, children of Shem. So anyway. So it probably would be Shemites, Hamites, and Jephthhites. That would probably be the three categories we would then have in the world from the different, if we take it in English anyway. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, and the same became mighty men, which were of old men of renown. So in regards of, old, And Jehovah saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. So that's the problem, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. So we are still evil in many, many ways anyway. And it repented. It's like Nacham. Okay, so sorry. And that's the thing. This is actually the word Nacham. And normally when you repent in regards of, that's actually to turn around. So Nacham would probably be, that would probably better be translated as, that God was sorry or something like that he had made man. Asah, man. But anyway, so just be aware there are two words in regards to Nacham and Shuv, two different Hebrew words. Of course, some words you can use interchangeable, but I'm not sure you would be able to do it here. I don't think so. And that's one of the false doctrines that, people that use the King James, because you have two different words in Hebrew being translated sometimes as the same thing, you get to, and you use only the King James version, then you get into some issues anyway. And it repented Jehovah. I wonder if it actually still recording apparently. Okay, I wonder how long it actually can record. And it repented Jehovah that he made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And Jehovah said, I will destroy man. Destroy man. Mara, whom I have created from the face of the earth. Okay, and here we have created, so he, bara, from the face of the earth. Again, the face of the earth. What is the face of the earth? And actually, it's nice to actually use it here. I think it actually is the plural form also faces, so the from the faces of the earth. I'm not sure if you could actually, because it seems like face is always a double face. I'm not sure why in the Hebrew. But anyway, from the face of the earth, I'm not sure. I need to look into the faces of the earth, both man and the beast and the creeping things, and the creeping thing. So at least the things, the man and the beast and the creeping things, the fowls of the air, for it repented me that I have made them. So also the animals of the air, but of course it was also raining, so it may actually have been difficult for the birds to actually then, if they couldn't hide. Yeah. Because I am nacham, to be sorry. I am sorry. Or maybe another word would be better. I can't, that I am sad that I made them, or something like that. I am sorry. I am. That should probably be another better word for that. I am. When someone is. I'm through. Sorry. It's. Yeah, meaning probably to sick or breath strongly. Why did I make them? Just, this is so sad. Just this, yeah. So he breathed strongly, yeah. So it repented me. I don't know, yeah. But Noah found grace, chen, favor, grace, charm in the eyes of Jehovah. These are the greener, yeah. Well, I don't know. I'll just stop the video. I just.